Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha and this is Planted. So, I feel like I say this every single video, but it's been a while. It's okay though. We all have our ups and downs. I'm hoping possibly in my next video that I'll get to share with you guys a little bit of a recap slash reflection slash like life update of this year. And it's definitely going to be coming out in 2026, but it's fine. I'd rather give you guys like an update, a real update, and be honest with you guys about how my year went and like talk to you guys. But that's gonna be in the next video. Today we're gonna just do something a little different, something a little more low-key, something a little more fun, and we are going to make a terrarium. Guys, I gotta put you on to something. It is called the Crazy Cakey Cloning Paste by Southside Plants. And when I tell you this is life-changing, it changes the game for all plants, you know I wouldn't lie to you. So what is Crazy Cakey Cloning Paste? It's a group of hormones that stimulates the plant, and what those hormones do is just reproduce that leaf. So say your plant lost some leaves and you're just like, dang, like I'm never gonna get that leaf back. This cloning paste can actually bring back that leaf. So the jar that I have is all like beat up, a little shattered, and definitely used. Okay, definitely, hold on. Definitely used because it works. This Crazy Cakey Cloning Paste is awesome. It comes with these little cotton swabs, Q-tips, whatever you want to call them, and you just dip them into this cloning paste and you put it on your plants to clone the plant. What? They not only make this Crazy Cakey Cloning Paste, but they have leaf shine, they have fertilizers, they do specialize a lot in orchids as well. So there's something for every kind of plant. I really, really love this company. When I first bought this, I bought this like a couple years ago, and I used it on a pothos, I used it on a raindrop peperomia, and it worked. It literally worked. Like, I'm still shook to this day. So if you are interested in buying this Crazy Cakey Cloning Paste, I have a discount for you. Are you ready? I don't think you're ready. The discount is 10% off of your entire purchase using my code PLANTED. And remember, PLANTED with a V. And it's all caps. So PLVNTED. And it is for 10% off your entire purchase. I'm telling you, go get you some of this. Go get you some, and don't say I didn't tell you. And when it works, remember who put you on. Okay? All right, let's get back to the regular programming. If you don't know what a terrarium is, it's pretty much, it can be like an enclosed or open ecosystem for your plants. So there are so many different plants that you can put in there. Some people do succulents, some people do tropicals. I'm gonna be focusing mostly on tropicals, or honestly all tropicals today. And I'm really excited to show you guys. I got this idea from when I did this summer program with Roots to Empower, and we taught kids how to make terrariums. And I have like so many different like containers and vessels to make terrariums in my home, but I never really did it. Like I don't know, like I never really sat down and did it. And I've been getting really into like crafts, arts and crafts, and things that are helping me, helping regulate my nervous system, helping me get through the end of this year. So, and one of the things that I really wanted to do is create a terrarium with you guys. This container, if you're like, oh, where'd you get it? I did not get it myself. I believe it was a gift from June, my heart. A lot of the tools that I'm actually using today are also from her. They were gifted to me from her. And I hope you guys, if you guys can hear the wind, my bad, but it's beautiful and it's giving me a nice little breeze. Nice breeze. All right, and she also gifted me this book, and it's really cool because it shows you different ways to make terrariums, different plants you can put in terrariums, the different tools, different rocks, all of that fun stuff that you can use to make a terrarium. So I'm gonna take a moment to go over the supplies that you will need for today. And if you don't have some of these things, that's okay. But I am gonna say the biggest, like most important supply that you should have, aside from a container, whether it's open or closed, is definitely activated charcoal. So something that I learned from Tashir, from Roots to Empower, was, oh, the bag is ripped. Oh, I know who ripped the bag. Minkle Ray. Minkle Ray ripped that bag. But the reason why you really need activated charcoal is because it's gonna help prevent molding happening in your terrarium. You don't want mold in your terrarium for various reasons and obvious reasons. First, we are gonna go over the items you are gonna need. All right, let's get started. You are going to need a container. You can do a closed container like I'm gonna be doing today, or you can have an open container. What I like about this is that I can do open or closed if I wanted to. So up to you. It doesn't have to be a big container, and it doesn't have to be glass. It could be plastic as well. And then you're gonna need different plants. I am using a Variegated Pothos. I'm also using Philodendron Brazil, a Philodendron varicosum, and my jewel orchid that I spent $29 on. It's a lot of money for a plant. You are also going to need some moss. I use the moss for decorative purposes. You're also going to need, I'm not gonna pick up this whole pot, but some rocks, some soil, some perlite. I'm going to be using this little scraper thing. I'm not entirely sure what it's used for, but I'm sure it will help like pat down the dirt or like scrape things up. I'm also going to use a pair of tweezers, mini shovels, and this mini like rake thing, some pruning shears. I have two kinds. My little watering spray can. I have a bowl as well to mix. All right, so let's get started. All right guys, so first things first, what I'm gonna start with is putting the rocks at the base. This is going to help with drainage, and it also just adds some layering to it for the roots to grow. So that is the first layer. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add my activated charcoal. Now at this point, you're probably like, well, why aren't you using the tools? I like getting my hands in the actual material. The tools I will use more for when I'm doing the soil or like more delicate things like the plants, but this really helps me connect with what I'm making. Okay, I think that's enough charcoal. It's just gonna be a nice thin layer of it. I'm going to take my bowl that I have. This is where I will use my large shovel. I'm gonna scoop some dirt into that bowl. I'm gonna start with a good amount because if I have too much, I don't mind adding it back into the bag. It's not a big deal or anything, so should be fine. Then I'm gonna take my shovel and scoop some perlite. And once again, I just add that because I really like aeration in my soil. This really helps with root growth because roots don't just need water, they need air as well. So now that I have my soil mixture mixed up, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in here. But this is why I'm using this tool, because this will help me stay a little bit more neat. I might have put too many rocks. We will find out momentarily. I'm mostly gonna be keeping this open anyway, so that's okay. All right, now that I have a solid layer of dirt, I'm gonna stop here for now, because in the end, I'm gonna surround it with more dirt after I place the plant. And I know I'm not making too much sense, but you'll see in a moment. But this is what the layers look like so far. And now I'm gonna change my angle so you guys can actually see me putting the plants in the dirt. All right, so now we have the layers. We have the rocks, we have the activated charcoal, and now we have our soil. The next step is to put our plants inside. So I'm planning on mostly keeping this closed until I feel that the plants are starting to grow out of it. That's when I'll start to open it a lot more. But for now, it'll be an enclosed terrarium. So I'm gonna start with my Philodendron Brazil. And I have these propagated, and I've had these propagated for quite some time, hence why the roots are so long. So I'm actually going to snip some of these roots just to help them fit better in the actual terrarium, because I think up to here is fine, but anything past that is going to be way too long. So I'm going to snip the roots, and this will not do any harm to the plant. It's totally fine. So I'm gonna take this. Ooh, where do I want to place this? Oh, I think this is gonna be a very, very open terrarium. So I'm gonna place this one right here. Let's try to get this bad boy in there. It looks already kind of crazy. I think it's because of how big the leaves are, but that's okay. Like, that's okay. That's okay, right? It don't look too crazy. Actually, I think I might put it in the center. This plant is huge. Okay, I'll put this one in the center, just so the leaves have some more room to show off. Okay, so that's the first plant in there. Philodendron varicosum. I'm very nervous about this one because it's one of my rare plants, and I've already had so many struggles with it, but I feel like it might benefit from a terrarium. We'll see. So I'm gonna make a little hole in there, and then I'm going to put, I have a bad feeling about this plant going in there. I'm gonna listen to myself. I don't think it should go in there. I'm not gonna do it. I don't think it should go in there. It's okay, because sometimes like we may have a plan, the plan has to change. So I have the Variegated Pothos, and what I'm going to do with this one, considering they have multiple roots, I'm going to trim in between. And I know it's gonna look a little crazy, but they'll grow really nice, so it'll be worth it. Okay, I'm gonna put that one there. I'm gonna put another one in there. Cool, 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 cool. And then I'm just gonna put the dirt around it. Wonderful. My jewel orchid is one of my favorite plants, and I think that it would be really cool to see how it does in a terrarium. I'm not gonna put the whole plant because I just don't have a good feeling about that. So I am going to put some of the babies that have grown some roots in there. I have this baby jewel orchid I'm gonna put in there, and it's gonna get really big. I'm actually very excited to see how it does in here. I'm I'm gonna just drop it in there. See, this is where I need these tools. I just don't wanna hurt the plant. Come on, girl. So I have the plant. Ooh, I'm shaking. And then I'm gonna use this to hold it in place. And then use this to scrape the dirt around it. Yep, there we go. Perfect. That is so beautiful. Oh my God, I just had like a moment with that plant, okay. And then I think I'm gonna put one more baby jewel orchid in there. I'm gonna give you guys a close-up of how I'm doing this, so 1 second. Not like the best angle, but I figured this could give you guys a better view of what I was doing. So I have the plant in the tweezer, and then what I'm doing is I'm scraping right here. I'm placing the plant right there, and then I'm gonna use the tweezer to prop it up. All right, so now that I've placed that there, I'm gonna be adding in this neon pothos. I just feel like this terrarium is still needing a lot more. So I'm going to trim some of the roots as I've shown you guys before. I don't want anything too long, so that will just get trimmed here. Perfect. And then now I'm gonna go ahead and create a little pocket for it, maybe like right here. And then this one is like a lot easier to place, so I won't necessarily need the tweezers for it. But I'm gonna just place that right in there. Place this one next to it. And I know this one is gonna grow beautifully. Let me zoom out so you guys can see it a little bit better. It's like more neon, it just adds depth. So now you're probably like, damn, this looks kind of boring. Like, this needs more. 1 second, we gonna take it to the next level. And then the last plant I'm gonna add, I know I didn't feature this one, but I'm going to be putting this begonia in there as well. I've noticed that begonias do really, really well with high humidity. So I'm going to place it not quite where the jewel orchid is, because I do want to give that jewel orchid some room to grow. Oops. Oh my God. Maybe I should put that one in last. But I'm gonna put it right there. So this one actually doesn't have any roots, so I'm interested in seeing how it roots up. It looks a little crazy, but that's okay. That's okay. Now that we have all of these plants in there, we're gonna add the last touches. All right, so I have some leftover soil, and I'm going to use this time the smaller shovel to apply the soil, just because this is more for like the fine detailing of it. So if it doesn't look exactly how you want it to look right away, just have patience with it and trust that it's going to look really nice when the roots get acclimated and the plants start to grow in there. I think that this video itself, like, I'm having a great time filming it, but I'm also very anxious while filming it, only because it's not perfect, and sometimes I strive way too hard for perfection. So I'm trying to take my own advice of like, okay, it may not look exactly how I want it to look right now, but it's going to come out so beautifully as it gets settled in. And I feel like that's crazy, because it feels like that's like the message of this year for me, of like, it may not be how I want it to look right now, but once I allow time to do its thing, it's gonna just be so beautiful and worth it. All right, so I have some moss, some live moss, and I'm really excited to use that. I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna just put it, part of me wants to put it right there, like right at that front to really help support the begonia. So I think I'm gonna do that without crushing the jewel orchid. The tough thing about begonias is that they snap easily. Like they're such a, like, not like, I don't know how to say it. It's like they're a delicate plant, but they're not all at the same time. It's so strange. And then I'm gonna put another piece of moss behind the neon pothos, right back here. I feel like that looks really cute. And then I don't want my Philodendron Brazil to get too lost in there, so I might put another piece of moss in that corner right there. I just don't want it to look too much, so like too busy in here. Yeah, I think that's cute. I like it a lot. I'm gonna do more of the decorative pieces on top. All right, cool. And that is it. I'm gonna show you guys the final look for all of this. All right, so this is how it's looking. Please don't mind the supplies all over the floor. The last step is watering it. So now I'm just gonna take this and water. Rip off some of those leaves to get them nice and clean. It's all done! It's so cute! And it looks so gorgeous. It's just beautiful. So you see the different layers and all the different plants. And this just definitely was one of my more, like, it was tough to film this one because trying to get the overhead shots for you guys to see all of it was really tough. But overall, it was definitely more of my like peaceful video. I just love that I got to do this. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you in my next video. Till next time. Bye guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, guys. Now, if you don't know what a terrarium is, ooh, let me not break this. And then just dump too much soil in there. It's too much soil. And one of the things that I really, but I'm actually loving this. I'm gonna take a quick picture of this real quick because this is fire. Hold on. Okay, all right. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. Let me not be impulsive. That was nice.